Hey guys, it's your girl Ashley Kirkwood with the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, where we teach you how to start at the top of the speaking market instead of working your way up from the bottom. During this show, you will hear solo episodes from me, where I'll show you how I have landed and negotiated 5- and 6-figure speaking contracts and licensing deals. You'll also hear from our amazing guests who have grown enormous speaking businesses by utilizing sales and marketing principles that work. If you want to grow your speaking business, listen to this podcast, and then afterwards, head on over to ashleynicolekirkwood.shop and grab my book, Speak Your Way to Cash, How to Start at the Top of the Speaking Market Instead of Working Your Way Up from the Bottom. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Hey, y'all. What's up to the Speak Your Way to Cash family? It's Ashley Kirkwood back again with another podcast episode. But this time, guys, I am actually going to let you listen in to a live video that I recorded. Now, if you're listening to this live video on the podcast and you're like, oh, I want to join your next live, I want to ask you questions, I want to be able to get feedback about my business, then you have to follow me on Instagram at The Ashley Nicole Show, and make sure you're following the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook page, all right? Make sure you're following the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook page, because that's where I go live. I also sometimes go live in the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group, but enough about that. Even though you may have missed it live, you're about to hear it again. So listen into this live episode and let me know what you think. You can always send me an email to ashley@speakyourwaytocash.com. Let's listen in. Hey guys, it's Ashley Kirkwood with Speak Your Way to Cash. I'm so excited to be here with you all today. I have not been live in a minute, but I wanted to come on here live this morning before I start my really busy day and chat with y'all a little bit about the power of decision and how to get the most out of your year. And I don't know if you all know, but we are very close to Speak Your Way to Cash Week, which is next week. Speak Your Way to Cash Live is happening in Oak Brook, Illinois. We have hundreds of really incredible speakers from around the world, literally Australia, Canada, the UK, coming to Chicago, Illinois to hear about how they can grow their speaking business and their empires and the companies they already have by utilizing the power of speaking. And I am amped for Speak Your Way to Cash Live. If any of you are coming to live, just drop live in the chat. I'm so excited for this event. Let me tell y'all why. Number one, the beginning of this year, we decided that this year's Speak Your Way to Cash Live would be the biggest one we've ever done. We also decided that this year would be our best year in business ever. We also decided that we were going to grow the company significantly and go all in on the business of our dreams instead of working businesses that we didn't want to work. So we did all, like, we literally, and my husband was like, babe, everything we said we were going to do this year, we've done. And I was like, oh, no, not yet. Not yet. We got one more thing to do to check off the list. But this year has been incredible for us. And the reason it's been incredible is because of one word. And it's something that I'm going to get into way more with the Speak Your Way to Cash Live attendees. But I wanted to tell you all a little bit about it. And the word is, if y'all ready for the word, drop word in the comments. The word is decision. And a hush fell over the room. The word is decision. And I don't know what you need to do in order to make this year your best year yet. But right around Q4 is when people start saying things like, oh, next year it's going to be great. Next year it's going to work out for me. Next year I'm going to do this. Next year I'm going to do that. And I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? This year can still be your best year yet. But there's a caveat. There's a caveat to this. The only way this year becomes your best year yet is if you decide that this year will be your best year yet. Now, I've been studying a field that I want to tell y'all a little bit about. Like, y'all who are coming to live, get ready, because your girl been reading more books than she ever read, invested in more coaching than she's ever invested in, helped more people than she's ever helped. Like, I'm so ready to pour into the people coming to live next week. It's a situation. It's a lituation. It's a liveation. I really hope y'all are there. But I've been studying this field, right? And one of the things that I've done in preparation for live is read a couple of books. I've been reading books on habits, success, wealth, and longevity. I'm going to say it again. Habits, success, wealth, and longevity. Like broad topics. Because I wanted to draw some conclusions for my own life about what it took to develop good habits, to have prolonged success, to have sustainable wealth, and to be able to do the work that I do for the long haul. What I find in this field is that there are a lot of people who are very interested in getting everything quick, but I love a good forever story. You know what I mean? And so that's what I've been studying. And I've been studying success science. And what I've been learning about success science and then studying highly successful people, some of the biggest CEOs of the world, some of the folks with the largest movements in the world, people who've led and motivated people to do unimaginable things for good, is that they all had some similar traits. Now, I'm not going to give you all the traits. Y'all got to come to Speak Your Way to Cash Live for that. But one thing I can tell you is this. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of what I was studying. I read something this morning when I was studying, and it said it was a study on how an expert is made. Ooh, so good. Like juicy, juicy stuff. Don't worry. Y'all at the event, I'll tell y'all all about it. But it was a study on how experts are made. And one of the things that the book said about expertise and how people become experts is that you cannot be enamored with a fanciful, imagination of what it takes to be an expert. What the book was saying in its study is that every single expert that they studied, every single person that did something great, somebody dropped great in the chat, every single person that did anything of import did this. And this was they engaged in deliberate practice and coaching. And I was like, what? Makes perfect sense to me. But they engaged in deliberate practice and coaching for the duration of the period of their greatness. Let me walk it back. Because a lot of this is where people fall off. Like I'm telling you, this is where people are like, I want it quick. Give me the 3 steps to success. I want to get it without investing. I want to get it without coaching. Oh no, I want to be successful without literally proving that I know anything beyond the initial period of success. Like they said, they engage in the deliberate practice of their craft for the duration of their greatness, meaning that you are not. This is very controversial, what I'm about to say next. I promise you that, okay? This is what science says, okay? This is what success science says. They say you are not great just because you've been doing something 20 years. You are not great just because you have amassed all the degrees. What they said is that at the moment you stop engaging in deliberate practice and coaching in your craft, you lose that title of an expert. Why? Because if you are too far from the practice of a thing, you no longer have the ability to make the decisions you need to make to be great. Here's another thing. People think that athletes practice their sport. They practice making decisions. Let me break it down. I can't go too far because I can't give y'all all my little juice for my event next week. But I'll tell y'all this. This really opened my mind because I was trying to figure out, I'm like, okay. I like science. Like I'm a science girl. I like to read studies. Like my friend, if you ask my friends about me, and shout out to my friend Audria, like Audria always is giving me a book because she know I'm gonna read it. She just gave me something else to read. I'm almost done with it. Like my friend, I will call my friend and be like, girl, I just read this book. And this is the study, right? So I break it down for me. Prove it to me. Okay, prove it to me, which is why I never worry about am I going to get scammed? Because I'm a reader. Like, you're not about to just sit up here and tell me some nonsense and I'm going to just eat it and be like, oh yeah, this nonsense tastes amazing. Like, no, I'm going to study to show myself approved. I don't only listen to the Bible verses that make me feel like I can go to sleep and God is a magician. Like, I literally love the parts that are like, if you don't work, you don't eat. Like, them my scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Study to show thyself approved. You know what I mean? Like, I like the scriptures where it's like, get after it or die. Like, those, like, I'm intense. I'm an intense chick. So, I'm just throwing that out there. Like, I'm not the scripture with the prayer that's real short. Like, I like to get after it. So for me, I like the science of it. So here's what the science, this blew my mind, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this, even if y'all ain't coming to the event, because I want to help y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all need to be at the event because honestly, in my mind, if you're a speaker, expert, coach, and consultant, and you're not coming to Speak Your Way to Cash Live, I genuinely don't, I can't even for the life of me comprehend why. Because of the growth. Like, if you've been following me for any number of years and you've seen any level of growth, drop a 2 in the chat. Like, there's no way you've been following me for the past 3 years and haven't been like, what is that sister over there doing? Like, we get after it. What does that mean? We're always in the practice of our craft. I teach sales. I'm always I'm learning not just about how to improve a buyer's experience, but how to be great, how to orate, how to literally, I'm not going to put on an event, a course, a program, a curriculum. I'm not going to speak at your event without showing up prepared, ready to give it my all. So that being said, why wouldn't you want to be in the room for that? It's going to be a vibe. Anyways, back to the point. So what they were saying is I was trying to figure out how do these scientists actually study success? How are they gauging expertise? How is it that you can study a crew of experts and say no, 1 through 5 are true experts, 5 through 100 are whack experts? How are they doing this? And do you know what they studied from these people, these chess players and experts and doctors and lawyers? They didn't study how much money they made. They did not study the outcome of their past accolades. You know what I'm saying? The people who in 1949, I was the number one. They didn't look at that. They didn't look at how many press features they had in the moment. What they looked at, y'all, this blew my mind because I've been talking about this all year. And I was like, science proves it. I knew it was from the Holy Spirit, but the science backs it up. They said they studied how they made decisions. And one of the things that I read in a book by Tim Grover is that when you are engaging in this relentless, deliberate practice, you're practicing so that when it comes game time, you don't have to take all day to make decisions. You can be decided. Now, we have a whole session we're doing at the event that talks about the decided versus the doubters. And one of the things I know, and the other thing is being a lawyer, I'm so glad that I went to law school. I'm so glad that I practice law at a high level. I'm so glad that I've done federal jury trials and literally had to stand up in rooms full of people that did not want to hear me speak. And I had to persuade them to advocate and to vote for my client. I'm so glad that I've been in high stakes litigation where millions were on the line, where someone's justice was on the line, where my job was on the line. I'm so glad that I have operated under extreme pressure because guess what, y'all? If you want to be excellent, you have to learn how to make game time decisions. And I don't care, to be real. I don't care if you're an athlete. I don't care. I'm getting hot now. I'm I'm ready. Chris gonna be like, why are you going live, babe? You got to speak next week. I really don't care. Listen to me. Come close, y'all. I wish we could, I can't wait till next week so I could be like, come close. But, and y'all that are virtual, why aren't y'all in the room? Anyways, I don't got time. I can't be worried about it. But I don't care whether you're an athlete or not. Your goal as an expert, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a millionaire, as an 8-figure earner, as whatever, your goal is to learn how to make game time decisions. Literally, I remember I had legal clients, they would call me freaking out about one thing or the other. And I would get very calm and I would say, And they'd be like, Ashley, how are you not freaking out? How are you not da-da-da? We got to get this. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, I will handle this. But let me be very clear. I have prepared for this. So I don't even the emotionalism of it all is for you to do. But as your advocate, as the expert that you've hired, my job is to know how to see all angles, around corners, and through brick walls so that I can make game time decisions. People are like, man, how have you been able to grow your business? How, you and your husband, you built a 7-figure business. You did it so fast. This is your first full year running your company, your coaching organization. And how did you get your law firm? How did y'all land $20K a month contracts? And what did it look like? And how did you get 6-figure deals? Game time decisions, deliberate practice, and coaching. And here's the thing, I don't know if y'all think about it like this, but when it comes to, coaching, investing, and all the things, I know some people are like, oh my God, Ashley, we know we need to invest in ourselves. Let me tell y'all something. I don't need you to do anything. Your future needs you to do some things, though. The things that you say you want require you to do some things. I don't care. I'ma always do what it takes. I'm a what it takes type chick. I told y'all the scriptures that I like. I like the scriptures that be study it. I like the scriptures that talk about what happens when you work and what happens when you are lazy. I know a lot of people they don't like people only like some scriptures. They don't like all the scriptures. Okay. Literally the Bible talks about people who are lazy being fools, them starving, them not it. I don't understand. For me, it's why would I not wake up and give it my all when my vision requires it. Maybe I don't personally require it, but when my vision requires it, then I have to do it. There's people like, I don't want to hire. I don't always want to hire either, but the vision requires it. And so I have to do it. Like people are like, man, why are you having like this whole event in Chicago? You could do it virtual. It would be so much cheaper. I was like, yeah, but the vision requires something different. And when you are vision led and when you are intention led, everything in your life has to align with that vision. And guess what else? There's an opportunity for you. There's an opportunity for all of us to live in abundance, regardless what's in our bank accounts. There is. I mean, like literally, my vision requires me to operate from a place of abundance. Why? Because when you are leading people, if you are leading them and you don't operate from a place of abundance, then you are leading them into lack. So any area in my mind where I am still shackled to lack, where I am still like hanging on to my limiting beliefs, where I am still like desperate for the approval of others outside of God, I have to work to annihilate that as quickly as possible so that I don't lead people astray. Somebody's like, it's sold out. Oh, well, y'all waited. Y'all waited a long time. Send an email to hello@speakyourreadycash.com. See if Leo can do something. We had someone yesterday, one of the lawyers come and she said she can't come in person. So, email hello@speakyourreadycash.com and see if they can get you an in-person seat today. This is not for people on the podcast who hear it tomorrow, but email her and see what we could do. Otherwise, virtual tickets are still available. But if I could get in the door, ain't no way I wouldn't be in that room. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Your girl done reached out to a movie prop company to get some stuff made just because it's like, I'm extra. And I was like, we got work to do in the room. So I just wouldn't miss it. I had someone who saw me speak at my friend's event. And she was like, I've seen you speak on live, but I'd never seen you speak in person. It's different. I was like, it's real different. It's always different live. Like, get in the room, okay? Get in the room. So check this out, y'all. If you are an expert and you sell expertise or you sell services and you wake up every day and you're like, Ashley, I want to promote my business. I want to sell more services, but I just don't feel like it. I just don't know. I just don't da-da-da. I just don't da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All the things. If you are that person, I have a question for you. A serious question. Do you care about the people your services can help? Genuinely, write your answer in the chat. Do you care about the people your services can help? Because if the answer is yes, then you are required to move differently. If the answer is yes, then you are required to wake up every day and make sure you find the people that you can serve. And here's why it is like, it is like some of y'all think it's not urgent for you to get clients, serve people, amass wealth, change your family's life so you can change the lives of others. You think that like you have time, or you just need to take your time, or you just need to go slower, or you just need to like, I just need to breathe and I'm just overwhelmed. Look, pray for capacity. Like literally pray to God, God of heaven and earth, God who literally made the thing called the sun, God who like made humans like without the incubation process of a lab, God who invented the scientist who invented the science, right? Like pray to that God of literally everything for capacity. And then you know what else you need to pray for? God, help me not to curse the blessings you've put before me. Can we just a little bit? It ain't Sunday, but a little lesson. Like there were times in my life, y'all, where I prayed. I was like, God, I really want this job at this firm. I want to be a high-powered lawyer. I want black cars. I want a driver. I want all the things. And I want to get paid really, really well because, Lord, you know your girl likes to shop. And I was just like telling him what I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all pray. I pray. I'm like, Lord, look, this is what I need. Okay, this is what I want. And I was like, God, I want all these things. And then I was like, I also want a team. I want to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, I want to be a boss. I want employees. I want them to do, what I need them to do. I don't want to have to do like this. I want to do that. Like I was praying for all the things, right? Material things. Then I got all the material stuff, right? I was like, okay, I got it. I got the driver. My company gave me a driver. I had a concierge. I still have the concierge from my job. Them good corporate jobs, y'all. Don't be quick to just let out them good corporate jobs. So I still use my concierge service. We're moving to Georgia. I emailed the concierge from my old job and they found me a new doctor, a new cleaner, a new chef, like all the things, got quotes from movers. Fabulous. So I got all the material stuff, bought a house, did the whole thing. And then I started complaining about the job that I'd prayed for. I was like, oh, this is too much work. These people this, they're being racist, they're being sexist. I mean, may have been true. Like all the things. I started complaining about the thing that I had prayed for. So then I realized, okay, I need to pray a different prayer. I need to stop praying for like all this material stuff, right? Then my prayer turned to God, help me not to be a slave to my emotions. Because what I realized is I was feelings driven. I was not mission driven. Like if I didn't feel like I liked someone, I didn't learn from them. Like, here's the thing. There are people that, like, my friends will tell you, I don't have play friends. Like, if I consider you my friend, I consider you my family. And if we are not friends, then we are not friends. It's not like I'm a pretend to be your, like, I don't, that's not my thing. So for me, if at one point in my life, if I did not like someone, I did not learn from them. And I realized in going through corporate America and seeing successful people and being in close proximity to people who really perfected their craft and who were great and who lived lives that I admired and respected, I realized that you should be able to learn from anyone, even those you don't like, because when you only learn from people you like, you lose lessons. And I didn't have time or energy to lose lessons. Like, so for me, if you can teach me something, I'm open to lessons. I'm open to lessons. Now, do I internalize everything from everyone? Do I take all unsolicited advice? Absolutely not. That's not wisdom. But I am open to learning from people, even those that I don't like theologically or morally agree with. I'm just open to it. Now, let me tell y'all something else. The power of decision is once I change my prayer from God, give me all this stuff, to Lord, help me not to be a slave to my emotions, then I had to get tested to ensure that I really wasn't a slave to my emotions. And that was hard. That was difficult. And there was a point in my life where I thought that because I decided that I was going to do all these great things and impact all these people and help all these clients and help them all get success. And literally, we've helped our clients get, like, it has been bananas how the results that our community has gotten this year, just from me showing up for them every day, showing up for y'all every day, showing up and doing challenges, doing summits, doing events, doing live videos, posting on social, like showing up. The ripple impact of you showing up is that your people get more results. And so the more you care for your community that you're called to serve, the more you're going to show up. And so I want y'all to think about, like, how can I show up for the people that I am supposed to serve? Like, how do I ensure that I'm showing up for them, not just for me, but for the people I'm supposed to serve, right? Like, we have to start showing up. So when I was reading about success science and I was studying great leaders and how they're successful and how they think and what they care about, a couple of different things that I found interesting was that to study whether someone has a high level of expertise, what science study is the way they make decisions. They literally ask them to audibly explain their decision-making process. They asked them to audibly explain their decision-making process. Then they studied what type of coaching and guidance did they get along the way. One of the most powerful things about being an entrepreneur is that we actually can write off our education. So like for our company, we've spent over $170,000 just in masterminds to be around like-minded people and get that energy and that guidance and that feedback. And honestly, that's professional development. That's an expense of doing business. So I now am getting to write off my professional development expenses as a business owner. What I found interesting about that is my student loans, like those were not write-offs, but my professional development as a business owner is a write-off. Why is that? Well, the government wants to reward people that are going to stimulate the economy. And really, when you look at our tax code, what they do is they decide who is most advantageous for society and they give them the best tax breaks. It's not fair. It's not right, but it is real. And so like, it's real. Like that's what they do. And I don't think that we think about our business money like our personal money. And that's not the right way to think about it, because when you're investing in professional development, that is truly an investment. You're not spending it. That's truly a seed that you're going to get back as long as you lean in. But for all of y'all that are planning for next year or already planned for next year, I think it's amazing to plan for next year, but I do not want you to negate the fact that there are still more than 2 months in this year and there are still millions to be made. There are still millions of lives to impact. There are still millions of people that you're going to impress. And there's still time for you to show up as the person you want to show up as, even when pressure is present. Like, don't think that because I don't show up like a problem, I don't have them. Like, don't get it twisted. There are issues that we deal with all the time in the Kirkwood household, family members not being well, visiting hospitals, having to do what we have to do for family, like all types of stuff. People leaving, people stealing, people coming, people going, like all types of things we've had to overcome and deal with during this time. And what I will say to y'all is that you need to develop your action SOS plan. It's something I started talking about this year. What will you do to get yourself in the mode of activity when you don't feel like it so that you're not a slave to your emotions? What does your conversation need to look like? What do you need to read? Who do you need to be around? What type of guidance do you need to get? What do you need to stop believing? And what do you need to start believing? Who do you need to become? And who do you need to leave behind? Like, what does that actually look like for you? Because I'll tell you, it is like, for some of us, it's urgent to get to our goals. Some of us don't have all day. Some of us don't want to wait all day. Some of us understand that there is a really big vision. There are some really great dreams that are inside of us, but that tomorrow isn't promised, and that time is not money, time is life. And every day you don't show up fully, you are literally wasting your life. It's not just wasting your time. And if you're a leader, this is only for the leaders, because like some people may not even, they're like, Ashley, I just want to watch Real Housewives on Sunday. Like, you may not even, this may not resonate with you in the least. You're like, my biggest decision today is, will I eat egg whites or egg yolks? Like, you ain't worried about a thing. That's fine. But most of you watching this are probably the types of people that want to impact people. You're people. You want to make sure that you're impacting the world, that you're leaving it better than you came, that your kids are doing well, that you change the trajectory of your bloodline, that you leave the earth more, you leave your kids' stuff. Like, you don't have all day. And it really does start with belief, because sales, here's my definition for sales. Quick question. Will you let me coach you for 3 days? Look, I know that it will be life-changing. I have seen it with my own eyes. So I want you to join me at Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2021, November 4th through the 6th. It's a hybrid event, and it's our 6th one, okay? I'm not trying these strategies out on you all. I'll be teaching you what you need to land 5- and 6-figure corporate speaking contracts, grow your speaking business, sell to large and medium-sized corporations as well as colleges, and get the press that you need to start getting some of those inbound inquiries that everyone wants. We'll cover pitching. We'll cover press. We'll cover assembling your proposal and proposal writing. We'll make sure that we also cover how to deliver a rock-solid speech, develop your framework, and guess what, guys? If you've attended in the past, this year is 100% new content, same focus. All right. So I want you to join me there. And if you get a VIP ticket, you can meet me live. We will be live and in person in Chicago, Illinois. And so come on in. We have various safety protocols to keep everyone safe, but it's going to be one of the best investments you make in your life. And our reviews tell us that is a 100% truth. All right. So if you want to come, just go to speakyourwaytocash.com/event. Speakyourwaytocash.com/event, because I want to coach you for 3 days and help you to start speaking your way to cash. Talk to you soon, guys. Let's get back to this episode. Take notes on this. Somebody write this down. Sales is a transference of belief. That's literally what sales is. It is the point in a conversation or in an interaction where one party transfers a belief to another party. But in order for me to transfer something to you, right, I have to first possess it. And the reason why so many people struggle with sales is because they don't have enough belief to give some away. So if you are someone who is struggling in that area of your business, you need to figure out what is a belief builder that you can engage in so that you can transfer belief. Now, there are some people who are like, okay, but then I got to sell something like, I don't know, I just want to help people. I don't want to sell them anything. There's already been so much data on the people who are the best stewards typically have the most invested. So you're not harming anyone by selling them something. You are simply allowing them to get the biggest results. It's no secret the clients who invest the most with our company get the largest results. Like that, we looked at the data. I've broken down the data with our teams. We looked at all the data. And then here's the other thing. When you are constantly pouring out to a population that cannot receive it, you don't get the fulfillment that you need. Our biggest fulfillment isn't our bank account. It's our clients winning. We had a client in our live event group yesterday post about a 15K contract. Last week post about a 6-figure contract. The week before that post about a 30K contract. Like literally that is more fulfilling to a good coach, to a good executive coach, to someone who really cares about getting their community results. That's more fulfilling than anything else. But here's the thing. If I spent all of my time talking to a populace, talking to folk, put it in plain language, that did not have the capacity nor desire to succeed, I would not be able to see that my work is valuable. Here's the truth. Your messaging for the rest of the year. This is my challenge to y'all. I don't know if we'll do another challenge before the end of the year. Knowing me is possible, but it may not happen. So somebody write challenge in the chat, okay? This is my challenge to you all. My challenge to you is for the rest of the year in your social posts, in your emails, in your live and virtual events, on your webinars, I want you to use language that attracts the right people and literally ticks off the wrong ones. That's my challenge. Because what you need to do is separate. There's billions of people in the world. You are not here to serve every single last one of them. You're not. And the way that you're going to separate them is with your language. The reason I love speaking, the reason I love words, the reason we're having a language lab at the event is because words are so incredibly powerful that one comma in a document can change the meaning of the entire file. Like one of the things that I learned as a lawyer is that one little comma can change the entire document. The misuse of one word can be worth millions of dollars. The proper use of one punctuation mark could cause you to win $1 billion case. Like words are integral to your success. And so if you are not careful and if you get lazy with the use of your words, you will look around and realize you have exactly what you've said in your life. And if you don't like it, you need to change your language. You need to level up your belief, and it is crucial for you. Not, oh, maybe I'll do it one day. No. Crucial for you to get in environments that build belief, not that build doubt, not that build defeat, not that make you feel insignificant, but that build belief, Like it is the best environments are those that build belief. Why? Because the only way you are going to do business, for-profit business, is if you're selling your services. Now, what does that mean? All that is a belief transference. That's all it is. That's literally what sales is. And so if you believe, then you have the ability to get other people to believe. But if you don't believe, and I mean your belief has to be so strong that when people say you can't do it, it's still there. When people say it's not good, you keep going. When people tell you you're not great, you don't give up. When it gets hard, you don't give up. When the money doesn't look right, you don't give up. When you don't feel like it, you don't give up. The belief has to be so incredibly strong. I was listening to an interview with Pinky Cole, the CEO of Slutty Vegan. I think I said her name right. Make sure, disrespect. Yeah, Pinky Cole, the CEO of Slutty Vegan. I was listening to an interview with her, and she was like, I'm very intention driven. Like everything I do is with great intention, more so than money driven or anything else. Like I'm intention driven because I know if my intentions are right, I'll be able to go further faster. She's built a $100 million company. And I really loved what she said because it gives you a driving light and a driving force that is not dependent on how you feel. What is your intention? I'm very vision driven. I don't make decisions from the perspective of what I don't have, like what I need, like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. I don't make lack-led decisions. I don't think that makes any sense. So I don't do that. Like there's other people that do, and like, that's cool. I just don't make lack-led decisions. I don't think that will get me to the big goal because the truth is within my power, within the current bank account that I have right now today, October 25th or 26th, whatever the date it is, like literally y'all, I'm serious, like dates this close to my event are like, I don't know. I think it's the 25th. Okay. So the bank account that I have right now, the strategies that I can develop right now are not on their own sufficient enough to fulfill the God-sized dreams and visions that I've seen for my company, my family, and my clients. Like, it's just not. So I can't make my decisions, what I will and won't do, solely based on what I have right now. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of you are not moving forward because you're making all your decisions from a place of lack. Like, well, I don't have it. I don't know. I don't think it works out for me. I don't know. It ain't going to be da 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 da. And they're like, well, Ashley, that's easier said than done. Yeah, but you need to get in the practice of making like abundance decisions, of making decisions that your vision requires, of going further, faster, of making faith fueled moves. Like you have to start practicing these things. I make quick decisions because I practice making really good quick decisions. I have confidence because I practice confidence, a habit, and it's something that you can have too, and you can practice too. And it's not something that I've always had. And in reading this book on how expertise is tracked, one of the things they said in the book was like, experts are not born, they are always made through the decisions that they make. So for any of you who feel like, well, I didn't have the perfect upbringing or I don't have all the degrees and credentials, like that's fine. Experts are not born, they are always made. When I almost failed, I literally almost failed. Like, let me tell y'all, almost failed out of college. Almost failed out of college. If you saw my law school transcript with all them A's on it and graduating with honors from one of the top law schools in the world, you would have never guessed that that transcript was from a chick who also had a transcript with all F's on it at one point. You would have not guessed that I thought I was dumb at one point. I just wasn't good at school. These are the things that I professed over my life. Like, oh, I'm just not good at school. I just don't have it. You would have never guessed that I used to like drink heavily in college. Like, you just wouldn't guess it looking at me now. And what I would say to you, it doesn't matter how you look now. Once you decide to be something different, your whole life changes because then your feet can start moving. But once you decide that I am who I am, then you are now settled in the sinking sand that you have set for yourself. You have the choice, the power of decision to decide a new life for yourself. You absolutely do. And then you will once you make that decision, your eyesight changes. This is why vision is so critical. Because when I decided like I wasn't good at math, then I didn't even look for opportunities to get better. I cut off the part of my brain that would have even started to try to get good. You can't look at me now and know all the pain and heartache and disappointment and failures that I've endured in the past. But guess what? The good thing is I didn't stay there. And the great news is I really don't care where you started from. I really don't care where you're at right now. I don't know what your revenue looks like for your business this year. I don't know, what's going on with your family and everything else. But like literally, I know and believe in the power of decision, the power of taking concerted actions, deliberate practice every single day in your craft, really good coaching, really good guidance. These things literally change lives and create legacies. Real legacies. So I would invite y'all to make some decisions about this year still being the best year yet. If you know this year can be the best year yet for you, drop best in the comments. And if you are someone who's like, okay, you talked about building belief. I need to build belief. What do I need to do? What rooms can I get in to build belief? What can happen for me in order to build belief? I want to be around belief builders. Then I would invite you to attend Speak Your Way to Cash Live if you have not already. It is November 3rd through the 5th, which is literally next week. In-person tickets are sold out. We may have one spot that opened up in person, but because it's officially sold out, you can't get it on the website. You'd have to email us. But this is our event, speakyourwaytocashlive.com. You can secure your seat now, and it should say, okay, good. Oh, registration code. Oh, yeah. So you can go on here and just type on register now for your virtual ticket, and you can get a virtual ticket to Speak Your Way to Cash Live if you don't already have one. For all of y'all that are coming to the event, here's best practices. This is what I would do. I would go to the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast and I would look up some episodes. Okay, let me tell you what episodes I would look up. I've had Brittany on the podcast several times. You should definitely know her story. She's one of our coaches, one of our clients, just an incredible person. Listen to episode 65 with Brittany Sherrill. And then also, I would listen to this episode. I have 2 episodes up with Kelly Parker, episode 108 of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, episode 156. And then I'm going to give y'all this one too. There's another episode up with Kamanzi Constable. He was episode 30 of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. Y'all, I am bringing, Brittany's episode 65. I am bringing Kamanzi Constable into our event to speak. Crazy cool. Like, when y'all listen to this episode, y'all are going to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I get to hear from this guy live and in person. He is incredible. He's amazing. And I'm going to tell, I can't even tell y'all all the goodness because not only is he coming in to speak and Speak Your Way to Cash Live, so listen to episode 30 of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, but we have some announcements about the people that are experts in our upcoming mastermind. All I got to say is, we have assembled the Avengers. I've been telling Chris, I was like, Chris, I want to do a mastermind for speakers, experts, consultants, and entrepreneurs. And I really want to assemble like the Avengers, like the best of the best in the business to train and coach our leaders in our program. And every time we would try to hire, I was like, no. This is not the best of the best. We need the best of the best of the best. I've done it, y'all. We have assembled the best of the best experts who will be coaching in our Speak Your Way to Cash Elite and Lux Masterminds. And I'll announce who they are at the event. Some of them are speaking, and I'm just going to tell y'all, it's so next level. It's just the best thing we've ever created. I can't wait. And at our event, that's also when we open up opportunities to work with our company in our mastermind. But it's when we kind of get to decide who's a good fit for our mastermind and also who we will work with. Because not everyone is able to join our mastermind. So, it is what it is. But we do a really good job of making sure the people at the event are qualified. So for the most part, most people at the event will at least be qualified to get an invitation to the mastermind. But it's like, I can't give y'all everything. But what I will say is that this is one of the most well-planned and orchestrated masterminds that we've ever put together. It is freaking incredible. Anyways, if you're not coming to the event, you can't even get in it right now. There's no way for you to get in it. But for those of y'all that are coming, keep that in mind. So listen to that and then go to episode 232. I think this is right. Let me see what episode this is. No, that's not it. We have another episode that I want you all to check out. Okay, so I don't know what number episode this is, but it is on YouTube. Let me see if we can find it. So if you go to this episode, how the speaker pivoted and landed her largest contract to date, you'll see my Speaker Ready to Cash podcast episode with Dorianne. So I can't tell you exactly the number, but if you look it up on the podcast, you'll find it too. And it's on YouTube as well. All right. So here's the thing, y'all. I have shared with y'all a lot. I'm supposed to be under somebody was like, notes. I listened to that last week with Kamanzi Fire. Then I got my bro, Terry Rice coming in, writer for Entrepreneur, incredible expert in his own right. Just some heavy hitters, heavy hitters are coming in to speak at the event and be there with us and just make sure that everyone is well served. It's so next level. I can't wait. And wait till y'all see our event guide. For those of y'all virtually, you'll get one virtually. But for those of you that are coming in person, you'll get an in-person guide. Oh, so good. Everything is just so good this year. I cannot wait. Oh, yes. Thank you. Somebody said Dorianne is episode 110. Shout out to Dorianne. Listen to her episode 110 of how she landed her 6-figure contract and just get your life. I don't know what else to say. And some people who are coming to the event asked me, what's the dress code? How do we need to dress? I'm the host, so I'm going to be dressed to the nines. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I ain't even going to hold you. But but there is no dress code for Speak Your Way to Cash Live. So some people, the word on the streets is folks are coming comfy cute. So, but then the fellas were like, sis, I'm not going to say comfy cute. So I think they called it grown man chic or something. I don't know. But everyone's coming dressed how they need to be dressed. We're not a pretentious crowd. If you don't have this, you can't get in. Just come ready. And look, if you're coming to the event, 'cause I know a lot of y'all are on here and you have an in-person ticket, this ain't like last year. Can I just say, this is not like last year. You need to come early to that door on Thursday and get in line to get your seat. Otherwise, you will be in the nosebleeds and you will be mad. So make sure you get there early. You can start lining up as early as 7 a.m. to make sure that you get in the room at Speak Your Way to Cash Live. It's going to be incredible. We'll have an hour and a half lunch and dinner break each day. We are having night sessions each night. We are having, Mika said, Rio said he's showing out. It's a vibe. I'm so lit. Friday, we're having, for those who are in-person VIP, we're going to have a wine mixer. First drink on Speak Your Way to Cash. Wine and beer, nothing crazy. We have a lot of really cool things planned. The night sessions are incredible. We're doing a $1 billion roundtable night 1. We're doing a love, money, and mindset mastery night 2. And then we're doing a success uncensored panel for night 3. So do not miss a second of this incredible, incredible conference. You'll regret it if you miss any of it, any of it. We're doing our Speak Your Way to Cash Awards. We're doing various sessions on sales, money, mindset. We're doing a variety of sessions on how to sell to corporate, how to grow your consulting practice. I mean, the lineup is wild. Just make sure you're there. Now, some people have asked. They've been like, Ashley, if I'm virtual, can I work and kind of listen to it on the side? First of all, everybody that came to this event dropped at least $2,000 to be there. So number one, if it were me, I would be dialed in the entire time. Like literally, it's a cameras on virtual conference. Our virtual people, we have breakout rooms and activities that you'll be doing together. So when you come to the event, know that you're all in. Tell your friends, your husbands, your wives, your kids, your employees. It's an all-in type experience. There are breakouts. There are things happening, all of the bells and whistles. We have an incredible team making this thing happen. And it's just going to be so good. Like last year, I was like, oh, the event's going to be good. And it was like incredible. This year, I'm like, oh, the event's going to be incredible. And it's probably going to be mind blowing, life altering. Right. So I'm just ready. My prayer is always like, God, I want you to blow my mind, do even more than I could have ever imagined or expected, because I am just really excited about what's going to happen for those who are in the room. So if you don't have your ticket, you can at least get a virtual ticket. Email us to see if any in-person spots have opened up. I don't know if they can do anything for you because it's a little bit late, but please let us know. And we will do what we can do to make sure that you have what you need to get to be in the room. All right. All right, y'all. Well, I will talk to y'all a little bit later. Have an incredible day. Be the decided. Be the decided. All right. Wasn't that interview amazing? If you're anything like me, you have pages full of notes. But here's the thing. Before you head out, I want you to go to facebook.com and join the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group. That is where I am. That's where a ton of other speakers are, a ton of other people who listen to the show. We all congregate there and chat. And it's 100% free. Now, if you're ready to take your speaking career to the next level, I have 2 ways for you to do that. One, you can go to ashleynicolekirkwood.com/SYWTC live replay and pick up the live replay. That training is 7 modules, chock full of information. It's crazy. Go over there, read all about it. Or if you want a more personal experience, you already know that you want to be a speaker. You're ready to fully commit and you want someone to walk you through it and save you tons of time Googling and doing it on your own, then book a VIP day with me. You can go to ashleynicolekirkwood.com, scroll down until you see the VIP day section and get more information on that there. All right. Thank you guys again for watching. Please do not forget to leave us a review. That is how we keep this train rolling and get some of the best speakers in the world to get on this show. So please, please, please leave a review. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and Facebook in the Speak Your Way to Cash group, Instagram at the Ashley Nicole Show. And I'd be more than happy to chat with you and say hi. All right, y'all have an awesome, awesome day.